Hey everyone, finish watching the next episode of Power Rangers Samurai. There go the brides. The Rangers stage a fake wedding to lure out the Moogers who have been kidnapping brides. It doesn't work, and the Moogers kidnap a real bride. While escaping, they pass by Bulk and Spike, interrupting their meditation. We see where the Moogers have taken the brides, a secluded shrine. They toss the bride into a webbed enclosure, which, interestingly, whenever I saw this, I never put it together what this thing was. I always thought it was some kind of cocoon. Turns out it's a giant wedding cake. I have no idea how I missed that. Dayu is there. In addition to using the kidnapped bride's tears to raise the Sanzu River, she's also using them to create her own wedding dress. Octoroon and Xandrid talk about Dayu's past. Apparently something traumatic occurred involving a wedding. Octoroon then tells Xandrid he saw a being named Decker. Xandrid knows the name. We see Decker as the skull-faced creature from last episode. Decker is practicing with a sword. He proclaims he's found a worthy adversary. At the Shiva house, the Rangers are preparing for their next attempt to lure out the Moogers. They manage to get all the weddings in the area cancelled except one. The plan is for Mia to allow herself to be captured. Once she's taken to wherever the brides are, she'll contact the Rangers with her morpher. The plan works, and Mia is caught by the Moogers. The Moogers wheel her away on a rickshaw. They pass by Bulk and Spike. Bulk states in a deadpan tone,
"So many weddings lately."
Mia is taken to Dayu and found out. The Moogers drag in the real bride and throw her in the web with the others. Dayu takes her morpher and demands Mia tell her team to go to a warehouse at the docks, or else she'll hurt the brides. Mia complies. The Rangers walk into a booby trap, setting off bombs. Dayu believes she's won, but suddenly the red folding Zord snatches Mia's morpher out of her hands. She turns, shocked to see the Rangers. From behind, Emily slashes her way out of the web. The Moogers didn't catch the real bride, they caught Emily. As for the booby trap, the Rangers used symbol power to send out doubles. Dayu runs out, but finds herself surrounded by the Rangers. She sends out the Moogers, and the Rangers whip their way through a fight. Kevin and Mia battle Dayu, and Jaden joins. The others finish off the Moogers and work together against Dayu. They fire the beetle cannon at her when suddenly Decker leaps in and knocks away the blast. He challenges Jaden to a duel and escapes with Dayu. He summons giant Moogers to distract the Rangers. They summon the Megazord and fight their way through the Moogers. Bulk and Spike look at cupcakes at a bakery. Alright, moving on. The Rangers head home. Mia talks to Emily about Dayu's wedding dress. She wonders what it could mean. Jaden also thinks back, wondering who the monster defending Dayu was. I really like this episode. There's a lot of fun and clever twists this time. There's a couple of negatives, but overall, I'd say this is easily the best episode of Samurai so far. Bulk and Spike aren't integrated as well as they could have been, but I do like their bits at the beginning. I especially like Bulk's "so many weddings" line. It's a funny bit that actually works, far better than the pointless quips the Rangers can't stop spouting. The ending, with them at a bakery, is much less entertaining, but they do pass by Jaden and Mia as they leave. The bare minimum is accomplished by simply having them appear next to main characters. I'm not sure what it says. This is somewhat of an improvement from how they've been utilized in previous episodes. The humor in this episode works much better than in past episodes. A bit I really like is the first fake wedding. Mike sees mentor G tearing up, turns to Kevin only to see he too is crying. Kevin claims it's allergies from the flower he's wearing, and Mike gives him a look I can't describe. There's a very odd bit of misdirection at the beginning. Mike looks at a map detailing the location of the kidnapped brides and finds a star-shaped pattern. I thought this might be something from Shinkenger that wasn't fully kept, but no, this scene is entirely exclusive to Samurai. Mike just sees a pattern there, I guess, in nothing.
I don't see any pattern. Oh, of course. A perfect pattern.
I like that Dayu gets her own focus. It's not often villains get their own focus episodes. There's a lot of mystery set up, but we don't get all the answers. She had some kind of bad experience with a wedding in the past, but we don't know what. This is the first time I think that Dayu's shamisen is called harmonium. I always thought harmonium was just a fantasy word used to name her instrument, but it turns out harmonium is a type of organ. Maybe the crew thought it was just a fantasy word and didn't realize it was the name of a completely different instrument. Decker is properly introduced here. Who is he? What is his relation to Dayu? And why does he want to fight Jaden? How do the villains know him? Xandrid calls him Cursed Warrior. What could this mean? There's no Monster of the Day this time, unless you count Dayu or maybe Decker. That definitely makes this episode stand out from the others. I watched the Shinkenger counterpart, and it was quite the experience. This is probably the closest a Power Rangers episode has ever adapted a Sentai episode. There's a few minor differences, mostly things Power Rangers added. One bit Power Rangers actually improved on was the scene where Dayu makes the Pink Ranger tell the others where to go. In Shinkenger, she doesn't specify where to tell the Rangers to go, so she just got lucky that the Pink Ranger told them to go somewhere that the foot soldiers could get to before them to set bombs. She could have told them, "I'm on the other side of the world," and Dayu would be screwed. A very odd change was Emily being the second bride decoy. In Shinkenger, it was the Blue Ranger. I think this could have worked over here, but it also feels natural to utilize the two female Rangers for this. It's funny to imagine Kevin, usually so masculine and stoic in drag. Decker is voiced by Ricardo Medina, who previously played Cole, the Red Ranger of Wild Force. You can't mention him without bringing up a few years after Samurai, he pled guilty to manslaughter. I won't go deep into my opinions on the matter, but I'll just say he served his time. This event comes up every so often when mainstream media covers Power Rangers. For whatever reason, a rumor persists about a Power Rangers curse. Mainstream media finds it strange that a show that lasted 30 years with a cast and crew of literally thousands has a couple actors that either died tragically or got into legal trouble at some point or another. Samurai has continued to improve. Hopefully it stays on this track. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. So yeah.